Hi, welcome to Essence Table Talk, where we highlight incredible individuals doing meaningful work in the community. I am your host, Kimberly Anthony, along with my co-host.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lady Chevelle McKenzie, and so glad to be here with you
Yeah,
today,
it's a
Kim.
great day, great day.
It is raining on.
Right? Yeah, there's a lot of rain out there, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful day. I love the rain. Today we are joined by two distinguished guests who are committed to serving and providing vital resources and support to underserved population, to the underserved population. Okay, our first guest is Diana Randolph, Vice President of Pathways from Boys to Men Incorporated. In her leadership role, she helps advance the organization's mission to empower young men and women by strengthening families through mentorship, workforce development, and life skills training. Thank you for being here, Ms. Diana. So, tell us a little bit about your show. About your program.
Thank you, Kim, for the invite. My name is Diana Randolph, as you said, Vice President of Pathway from Boys to Men.
Husband, wife too.
James Randolph.
That's right.
And our mission is to provide resources and support to the underserved men, women, and youth in our community.
Yes.
And we just celebrate 20 years of community service.
Oh, it's wonderful. 20
We
years.
have different programs, and tonight, matter of fact, we have our financial literacy workshop. Everyone's invited.
Wonderful.
Okay.
We also have life skill training, mentorship, and we have anger management. And we also try to assist 211 with families that run into hardship situations.
Right.
So this is where we come in and try to help them also.
Okay. So how do we get in touch with you if you want to?
You can go to our website, www.pathwayforboystomen.org. You can reach James at 909-838-5623 or myself, Diana, 909-838-6408.
Awesome.
So, Miss Diana, how did you guys come up with this idea for Pathway to, for Boys to Men? Yes.
Well, my husband came up with this 2005. It was just something that he felt is his passion. His grandmother always taught him to be passionate with everyone, help everyone.
Right.
And so this is his thing. He has to help everyone. You run across people who just need anything, and we're just there to try to support.
So let's go back a little bit, because I want the people to understand what it is that Pathway to Boys to Men do. Tell us again about some of the different things you do, the outreach you do.
The outreach, we also give away care bags. We hand out care bags. We have financial literacy training workshops. We give life skills, mental preparedness, mentorship, and we also try to assist individual hardship in situations.
So how do you acquire the people that are part of your program? Do you go out and reach out for them, or do they come to you? Is it organizations that you connect with?
We connect with different organizations, like Anthesis is one of the organizations, and we're trying to get information out in regards to Black disabilities. We also connect with UDID, which is Unique Difference in Development. It's another organization. There's different organizations, even 211, we connect with them.
And
Wait a minute.
I love the name.
She said you did what? Tell me again.
Unique Difference in Development.
Okay.
Special Needs Organization.
Okay.
Right,
You
right.
did. I love that name.
Right. That's good. That's the new program that you're doing. Also for Pathways to Men. So it's women also, correct?
Yes.
Where does the women
Yes,
fit in?
we also help women. Even though it says Pathway from Boys to Men.
Right. We have to let everyone know that.
Yes, we have the women out there because we're introducing a introduction to construction.
Yes.
And there's women out there who's
there
trying
are.
to get in there.
That's good.
Yeah,
Quite a
I
few
even
women
have
out
a
there.
belt. I have my little drill. So yes, it says Pathway from Boys to Men, but we also assist women.
That is great.
I like the Career Quest. So your Career Quest program, what do you do with the Career Quest program? How do you prepare people for their next career?
The Career Quest it was designed to help individuals like right out of high school. You have individuals, I'm not trying to go to college. My mom said I need to go to college, but I don't want to. I'm good at doing this, and I'm good at doing that. So Pathway tried to introduce those skills to you, what we see that you're good at. We try to assist you. We train you with how to approach, you know, in employment.
Right.
You want to go out for a job interview. Pronounce your name, not yeah, ha, yeah, bruh. You know, speak up, hold your head up.
Communication. I
Yes.
like that. I like that. That's
You
really
know,
great.
and a lot of
You
times
teach
you
them how to
get,
dress also. Do you provide them with clothes, or do you give them vouchers so they can get clothes?
yes, we provide them with the information that they may need. Anything, the resources, boots, hats. You know, if you may need a suit and tie, yes, we do provide that.
Do you have a physical location that you do all of this at?
We have different churches that helps us in the community. We do not have our own site. However, we have the different organizations that help us out.
That's great. So you partner with alongside with different churches.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Yes,
That's
we do.
wonderful. I love it.
I love the gala that you have every year. Tell us about the gala. What is the purpose for the gala?
The purpose for the gala is to raise as much money as we can to help the individuals in the center. It also highlights the different qualities of other organizations. This past year we had AC Green there. We had the different churches, the Life Skill, the Achievement Award. We had so many people there that's in the community that try to help the individuals in the community.
That's great.
And the gala basically, you raise these funds to help the organization improve their skills.
And do you give scholarships for?
Yes, we do. We give scholarships for individuals that are continuing their education into college. We have a resume that they need to fill out, and we just go down the list. Whoever came up with the best survey or the best information that we were asking for, and we select a person from that area.
Oh, that's nice.
That's good. Well, it sounds like you guys are really out there working hard in the community and providing services and resources for the community. So I applaud you for that.
Well, thank you. Thank
And I
you.
love that it's not just for men.
No, it's for women as
everyone.
well.
Yeah,
That's right. And so you had mentioned your partnership with other organizations regarding the disability
Yes.
piece. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we're partnering with Anthesis. This is Ty.
Yeah, well, you're good. You're going to
Yes.
get a chance to speak. Tell yours after.
Yes, we partner with different organizations, and Anthesis is one of the organizations we have partnered with.
Okay.
And we're trying to get the information out to families like, I'm a mom, I'm a grandma, I'm a sister, and there are families out there that need the resources that they do not know that they qualify for. So Pathway is trying to get that information out. We pass out flyers, we go to different restaurants, and we try to introduce the program to them.
Okay.
But you have the families that, hey, this is for you. You know, you don't know you qualify, but you may qualify.
So at the end of the year, of course, if you have solar at the end of the year, you have this really huge electricity bill that you cannot pay. So if I needed assistance with that, how would I go about getting that assistance?
Well, first you would have to call 211.
211. Okay.
Yes, because they have resources as well. And if they're unable to assist you, they will give you our contact number.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I will go through and get the application, have you fill it out. But one main thing is you're not guaranteed to be assisted.
Right.
So we try our best. I go through the
There's a
application
process system. Okay.
and then 7 to 10 days, you know, it used to be like emergency funds, but we don't have that anymore.
Oh.
So the process is taking a little longer. However, it is funds that you don't have to pay back.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
I need
That's
your
wonderful.
services because, like Kim
Right.
said, that solar bill
At the end of the year.
is kicking my butt at the end of
Yeah.
the year.
Yeah, I feel, you know, you kind of feel sorry for the elderly, you know, elderly people who are out there who can't
Yes.
afford that bill,
Yes.
right? And their lights get cut off.
Yes,
And,
Lord.
Yes.
you know, so
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So that's a great program.
Yes,
thank
it
you.
is.
I
Yes, it
appreciate
is.
that program.
Thank you. Thank you.
For sure. For sure.
So we, you know, all of this information is just so exhausting because it's, you know, it's so much that you're doing and so much that you're giving us, and we love it. Do you guys have a website or a pamphlet?
We do have a pamphlet. We do have a website. However, I don't have it with me, but our website is www.pathwayfromboystomen.org. And our phone number again is 909-838-5623, which is James. Mine is 909-838-6408, which is Diana. And we would love to hear from you. And like I say, tonight we do have our financial literacy workshop, and it's on Zoom. And you can go to the website. All the information is there.
What do you do on the workshop? What do you provide?
The workshop is financial literacy. It's try to help the individuals that have fallen behind.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Teach them how to save. Teach
How to
them
budget. How to budget.
to budget. Credit cards to get, not to get. How to raise your credit score. We try to keep you on track.
Yeah, that's a good one. Credit cards.
Yes.
As young people, they don't respect credit cards, do they?
But you know, as soon as they step on college campus, they're waving them at us. You know, that was me.
Yes.
I was like,
True.
I get one of those little things to
They
keep.
do. They give it to you so quickly
And
before you even
spend.
finish. It's like, here, you know.
Right.
But you have to respect those things.
Yeah.
So so you teach them.
We teach them. We give them a clear visual of what your credit score can be.
Okay.
Right.
That's
and
good.
where it is now, how to raise it.
That's
you know?
good.
Not to just go out and spend if you don't need it. Say, for instance, you may go buy some clothes hangers, the plastic ones. No, they want the velvet ones.
Right, yeah.
What's the difference?
Expensive one.
You're still going to hang your clothes. So we teach them the different tactics
Right.
that they can use
Different
and
ways.
not use.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great.
That's
great.
good. I
Different
love
ways to
that.
save money. And that is so true because it's doing the same thing.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's just
Yes.
use it better way.
A different
Off-brand bread versus
Yes.
that name brand bread.
The same thing.
I've been there, done that. I know, right?
Taught my kids that too. Yeah. So now, do you have professionals that come in, or you and your husband, the professionals that
We have a
teach
professional. Her name is Erin Mackey.
Okay.
She is qualified in the area of teaching these little things, and she's also taught us.
Okay.
You know,
That's
so
good.
yes, it is something that we all need. Some of us did not pick it up in school,
Yeah.
so now we're learning. It's never too late.
It's never too late. Yes.
It's never too late.
Never. That is amazing. I
Yeah.
love that you are educating people on their finances. That right there in itself, you know. What is that old saying? Give a man a piece of bread and he'll eat, but if you teach him how to fish or something like that,
Right,
eat
right,
for life, you know. And so
yeah,
that's great.
yeah.
You're teaching them how to be able to manage life.
Yes.
And so
Life
many of our
skills.
young people don't know how to manage life right now.
And one important thing, as we all know, your tithing, the 10%
Yes,
that comes
yes.
off the top.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And that's one thing, you know, individuals may wonder,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but hey, this is what you need to do.
That's right.
And as they go through the program, they understand it, they
That's
get it,
good.
you know.
How long is the program?
We have like 6 weeks. We start
Okay.
on one topic and end on the end.
Oh, okay.
But it basically take you step by step by step.
Okay. You might
You know.
catch me on there tonight.
Yes.
So
yes.
give everyone the information on where they can. So we're going to have it on our website. But can you tell us again where can they find this information about the financial literacy and about your program? One
It
more
will
time.
be on our website, www.pathwayfromboystomen.org.
Amen. Oh,
Thank you
right.
so much. So
Sure,
right
thank
now
you.
we're going to take a little break, and we will be back with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, welcome back to Essence Table Talk. And now we are also pleased to welcome Ty Jimmerson, a representative of Anthesis and the Black Family Disabilities Initiative, where she works to support and advocate for families navigating disabilities within the Black community. Tell us about your program.
Me. I'm so excited. So our program is, it's Anthesis. Our job and our goal is to support those families that do have children with disabilities, or, you know, just even teaching families how to identify those delays early on. So we help those families get resources. We help the families get into the Inland Regional Center by just, you know, hand in hand. We meet the families where they are. Sometimes I could be out in the field if they want to meet at Starbucks. Sometimes I could be over the phone. But our goal is to help you get into inland regional or get those resources. And if you're already a part of that, then we just want to support with getting you to maximize those services.
So what kind of disabilities?
It could
person has
be
to have?
typically for IRC there are like, you know, like specific disabilities, so it's like epilepsy, autism, cerebral palsy, things of that nature that really just deter you from being able to do your daily living, your regular daily living activities.
Do you provide equipment for their needs?
So what we will do is, like, let's say if someone's interested in our program, what we will do is we will literally sit down with them and we'll do the whole application. We don't provide like any instruments or anything like that, but we do sit down and we do the application. Like I said, it's hand in hand. So we're with them all the way through. Once they get into the IRC or once they're starting to use those services, that's where our parent navigators, such as myself, will come in and we'll support with that case management side, where we're like, okay, like this is where we're at. Okay, what's the goal for next week? Just making those families feel supported.
That's good.
Yeah, definitely. And it's like you said, we are geared towards, while the program is open to anybody, but we are geared towards the African American community right now, just because it's not a big population. We don't have a big population of people using IRC services. So we're just trying to get that information out there, let people know it's available to you, and also just let them know you're not alone and we support. And I think that's what is really there, is we support.
So what are some of the eligibility requirements again?
So it's just like I said, it's having that diagnosis of autism, the cerebral palsy,
Is this
epilepsy.
diagnosis from a
These are
physician,
diagnoses
doctor?
you would need to have from your like a physician, things like that.
Provider.
But we also get you into where you can get assessed through IRC.
Okay.
Yes, so IRC is able to do the assessment themselves. And so it's really good. I feel like with our program, I think that what makes us a little bit different is just, like I said, we hold your hand the whole way. And myself, I'm a foster parent with a child that receives services. So I just know how frustrating it could be. So to just have somebody right there that's like, you got this, we're working through it. It's really amazing. So.
Someone to talk to.
Someone
Because
to
I know
talk
it can
to.
be really difficult because you have this child with a disability and sometimes it's like, no one. It's like, what do you do? The doctor tells you this diagnosis, and then you're like, okay, now what? Because they don't give you resources, right? So you have to figure out some of these things for yourself.
Right, and it can always be uncomfortable, right? Like just talking about it or even accepting my child has this diagnosis, and that's what I've learned. It's hard to accept that.
Yes. What do you do? How do you handle the mental
from the parents?
Yes, from the parents.
I really just try to normalize it as much as possible. I have a lot of lived experience, so I try to give them my lived experience, tell them where I was, tell them where I'm at and where I'm going. So that's what I do, like in the field, just with parents, with foster parents. Like that's the goal.
That's good.
That's fantastic.
Definitely want them to feel heard and seen. Like yeah.
Okay. So how did you and Miss Diana get connected here?
So we're partners. Yes, we're partners. Miss Diana, they support us. We support them. This is actually my first time being with Miss Diana, but I have, I do know a lot about, pathways. And I think that the partnership, it just supports, that's where it shows that balance. Like if we're missing something here, hey, maybe you have something and then we can kind of
because we know it takes a village to support, right?
It takes a village to raise a child and to do pretty much do anything.
Right.
Takes a village, so.
Definitely.
Yeah, and we do partner with 211 as well. So families are able to call into 211 and they'll, like she was saying, they'll give the information and they'll direct them. And then if there are barriers, our goal is to break down those barriers. Sometimes we have parents that are like, oh, I can't get there because I don't have gas. Okay, well, let's get you a gas card and, or I don't have food right now. It's the holidays. Let's get you a food card just so that barrier can be broken down.
Right.
Again, just making you feel comfortable, here and acknowledged.
Yeah, because a lot of parents, they spend all their money on those things. They can't provide for themselves, for food and financial and like you say, gas, things like that.
Yeah.
Because they're spending so much money on their child and different things.
And it gets tough. I know it gets tough. And again, that's just me speaking from my own experience. But having somebody that you can talk to or call and just be like, hey, like I'm struggling, and they're just like, take a deep breath, it's going to work out, then like that's everything.
That's wonderful. That's a great support system. That's good. So how long have you guys been operating?
It's been almost 60 years. We're just shy of 60 years. The program was started in Pomona for adults with disabilities. It kind of branched out, and now we are trying to focus on getting, again, the African American community to just kind of, just get a little more involved.
So you started in Pomona. They started in Pomona, and now they're moved up into the Inland Empire. Or
We are, and we
always-
do have an office in Ontario.
Ontario.
Mhm.
Okay.
We have an office in Ontario. That's like the main office, and that's kind of where, you know, we have everything. Even when it comes to like employment development, we do like offer that too. So when our clients, you know, our older clients who are adults are looking for work, like we're able to support them with that as well. Yeah.
That's
So
good.
and then of course just people who feel like, you know, I never thought I'd be able to do this, but they are able to do it. So
Yeah, you're able to train them and educate them. To
yeah,
do different
and then we
things.
do have those people who have those great degrees that are able to support in those areas. But yeah,
Fantastic, fantastic. So that was what are other things that you do in the community?
we were just at the Black History event that was out here, so we go to as many.
Were you
events.
the one in Riverside?
Yes, in Rialto.
Oh,
In
Rialto.
I'm sorry, I was
Okay,
in Rialto at the high school. But we go to any events.
Okay.
If the Department of Behavioral Health has an event, we will be sitting right there. We'll have our little Go gadgets out, and we'll just be talking to the families, trying to get them to engage. So that's a lot. And then also too, like, we'll go into certain schools and just drop off flyers. Hey, you know, if they have like special needs programs or anything like that, we're dropping off flyers. We're making phone calls. I'm going to door, just,
Nice.
you know,
I like that.
networking. Just because, like, it's like we were saying, you know, a lot of people just don't know that the resources are available.
Yes, yes. So you had mentioned IRC. Tell us what IRC stands for.
Inland Regional Center.
Okay, and then what do they do?
So
Because since you're
IRC
partnered together, what,
yes,
what do they do?
IRC is amazing. They can get you all the services that you need. That could be physical therapy, that could be speech therapy, that could be just any extra like support. I know for my child, she's receiving speech therapy right now. She's getting a lot of speech therapy, ABA therapy, and that's more geared towards autism. So she gets that support as well. Okay. They do offer support for caregivers as well. So that's
great.
That's nice. They do.
Yes.
They have like the support groups,
Right.
things like that.
Yeah.
Just again to try to support the people on the outside.
Right, because it can be very overbearing. like
Oh
you
yeah,
said,
definitely,
for the
definitely,
parents,
definitely.
yeah.
It's like once you're into the Inland Regional, then you're good. Like,
So
Right,
your
right.
organization helps them to get
Helps.
into IRC or get the
Yes.
services from them.
Yes, we help them get into IRC or maximize whatever services they're already receiving.
Okay,
So if they're getting one service, we're telling them about something else. Maybe
And
you
then
can
you
do
can
this
you
too.
can provide that
Right,
second
and we
service.
can support. And like I said, once you're connected to us, we hold your hand. Like we're gonna make sure we're getting you through. If you need
Wonderful.
support with the application, I can fill out the application for you, step by step.
Yeah.
So
So
we're right there.
Majority of your kids have an IEP. Or,
Yes.
So, okay.
And then that's another thing we support with too is IEP meetings, things like that. I've sat in a few IEP meetings and just to help the family understand, because if you don't understand, they
true.
really don't explain
That's true.
IEPs too well. So
No, they don't, and they don't follow up. So it's
They
very
don't.
good. That,
They
yeah,
don't.
you have to
right,
have somebody
so we
follow
advocate
do.
advocate for
Yes.
our kids, for our families, because our kids deserve the best education.
up. Right, they do.
Well,
do.
Ty, you said that you are a foster mom, and that's something that I know all too well. I started off as a foster mom and adopted the children that I had, and so having services, I know for me, would have been something great to be able to introduce my kids to these different services to get them the help that they needed. How have you seen the benefits from these programs for yourself and your child?
When I first got my foster daughter, she was 9 years old. She couldn't tie her shoes. She didn't know her ABCs. She didn't know a lot of that stuff. She could barely speak. Once I was able to get her into those services and speech therapy and ABA, now her social skills are there.
Okay.
She's able to, unfortunately, she's not able to read yet, but she's still learning how to do it. She's learning like the small words. She can tie her shoes with no problem. Much more independence. And I noticed that she's more confident in herself.
That's good.
And so they're giving us the resource and I'm just implementing it at home too.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah, and I noticed that like she really is confident and she just doesn't see herself as too like different anymore.
Right,
and
right.
that's what I love. 'Cause
Yes, yes.
kids are mean nowadays, you know. And so
Yeah.
she doesn't see herself as different.
Yeah.
She's feeling good about herself.
Right. That's good. And
That's
that's
what I can
important.
appreciate.
And you raised her that way too.
Yes, definitely.
Right. Like a
Definitely.
normal kid, no
Affirmations.
disabilities.
Yes,
Yeah.
affirmations every day. Like,
Amen.
this is who you
Amen.
are. And I
That's
always
right.
remind her from where you came from, where you are, and where you're going.
That's good.
So, yeah.
So she has her own cheering squad, right?
She
there.
does. She does. And then we got a village behind
Right.
us too.
Amen.
So
That's
yeah.
beautiful. I love it.
Yes.
So-
It's a
And
blessing.
then from there, you picked up, and you guys have
Work
come
together.
together to work together to help youth with disabilities. So tell us, how do you two work together? Tell me again, how do you work together? What do you do as far as how you're helping the kids that she has, or how you're helping the kids she has?
Do you want to answer?
Yeah, well, with the children that we work with, like she was saying, you have resources now, but we probably can help you with other resources that you may be able to apply for and be eligible for that you don't know.
Right.
That's good. That's
And then we try to connect with families, other families. Like,
Support
I know
groups.
her, I know
Support
someone
groups.
who can help you.
yes.
You may not know this, you know, I don't have a disability child, but I'm an advocate for children.
Yes.
So what I
good.
can't do, I can find the resources for you.
Oh, I
Absolutely.
love
And this
it.
is how we were connected with them, because this is important. Like she was saying, black families do not have all that they could be given. And if you don't know, if we don't get the word out there to let you know this is available for you, then you don't know.
You don't-
Yeah, a lot of families just don't know.
Yes.
Because this is my first time hearing about it. So.
Yeah. And then with Anthesis, as she was saying, you don't know how to fill out the application, I will assist you.
That's
I will
good.
help you along the
good.
way. She will hold your hand. And this makes the client feel comfortable.
Yes.
You know, opposed to them feeling like, I don't have anyone to help me, so just forget it. So coming together with them, coming together with us, we're able to just help the community the best way that we can.
Oh,
Yes.
I applaud you both.
Fantastic.
I'm
Yeah,
telling
fantastic.
you, that
Great.
is just amazing what you're doing and how you're reaching so many different levels, because if you're helping the child, you're helping the parent.
Yes.
You know, and if you're helping the parent, you're helping the school, you're helping the community, you know, and so it comes together. It's not just one, but each one reach one.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
so
yes,
I
yes.
applaud both of your organizations
Thank you.
and what you're doing and how you're going about helping people in the community. What city do you guys mostly affiliate with before we let you go?
So we do service Riverside County and San Bernardino. I do see a lot more in like the Rialto, Fontana, San Bernardino area though.
Right,
So
right,
that's more where we're at, but we service both counties.
Okay.
Yeah, same here. We even do Christmas, Thanksgiving drive. We help. We give toys,
Yes.
turkeys.
To churches.
Yes. So we try to reach every area. I even had someone from Palm Springs had called into 211. She needed assistance. So we try to help as many as
That's
we
a
can
blessing.
out in the Inland Empire.
That's
Great.
San Bernardino, Riverside.
Great. So we're so honored to have you both here today. Thank you so much for wonderful information that you provided. And we just want to thank you for everyone for joining Essence Table Talk. Have a wonderful day. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.